Hey everybody, welcome to Southern Logic Media. Thank you all so much for coming by, guys. I have got some great news for you. I didn't even want to play my intro to this particular video because I wanted to bring this to you right away because you guys are going to be excited. You know, I usually bring, in the world of politics, it's always bad news. It's rarely good news, but I had to bring this to you right quick because it is awesome. It's awesome. And you'll see what I'm talking about at the end. I got a couple videos I want to play for you. And first, let's look at this. I hate to do it, but I'm about to ready to make your eyes bleed a little bit. So get some tissues or something. Yep, everybody knows that POS, tyrant, corrupt judge right there, Judge Mershawn. Guys, he set the sentencing date for July 11th. July 11th. And guess what? So happens that July 15th starts the national convention for the Republican candidate to be nominated officially. And that goes on for 3 days. And that starts on July 15th. And what this POS was doing, this Judge Mershawn, he was trying to throw a monkey wrench into everything that's going on with electing Trump for our next president. We know it's going to happen. It's going to happen. They can't stop him. There's nothing can stop Trump. But anyway, he set that trial date for, the sentencing date for July 11th. And the convention starts on July 15th. And so Trump would have been, well, three things will happen on sentencing day. He's either going to sentence Trump to 4 years in prison, which I don't think will happen. In-home confinement, house arrest, basically, which, he won't be able to go anywhere. He'll be in his house or Mar-a-Lago. And the only way that he's going to be able to accept the nomination, it won't be in person. It will be through video, of course, and because he won't be able to be at the convention. But we done found a way of getting around that. And it's going to make this judge right here so pissed off. It's going to drive him mad. It's going to drive him mad. But anyway, before I get to that good news, let's take a look at Mike Johnson. He is the Speaker of the House. And he's got a few words to say on this, and I won't spend too long on this because I want to get to the really good video for you guys, because I told you I'm bringing you some great news today instead of the boring bad politics that I usually have to bring, because a lot of it's corrupt, and I'm trying to let you guys see all the corruptness that's going on. But anyway, let's watch Mike Johnson for a little bit. And then, like I say, he's the Speaker of the House, and he's got a few words to say. And then I'm going to get to the good news and great news, and you guys are going to love this. Here we go.
Let's bring in House Speaker Mike Johnson. He joins us right now with reaction. Mr. Speaker, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
We were just talking about how ever since the verdict, a lot of money has been coming into the Trump campaign. And I was just reading in Punchbowl that the National Republican Congressional Committee, you guys raised $300,000 last night, which eclipses only the day you were elected Speaker, and you raised $175,000. So obviously, angry voters are motivated voters.
Yep.
They are, and there's good reason to be motivated, of course. I mean, this entire thing is absurd. I'm a lawyer. I was a litigator for 20 years. I was in court with President Trump a few weeks ago to see this for myself. What happened there was outrageous. And you're right, the American people see it. This is a purely political exercise, not a legal one. And everybody knows that. They know intuitively that it's wrong, and the people are outraged. I'm in one of those swing states today. I'm in Ohio and Michigan today. I'll be in Illinois tomorrow. I've been in, by the end of this week, we'll have been in 115 cities in 29 states. And I'm telling you guys, something is happening out there. People see what is going on. They see that the Democrats are so desperate because President Trump is crushing Joe Biden in the polls. They see the Democrat Party and the left so desperate to stop him that they'll risk the destruction of our entire legal system to do it. And that is not hyperbole. That's what's going on here. We broke records on our fundraising platforms last night. We'll continue to do that. We even set up a new website. Go to supportdjt.com, because that's how us in Congress, members in Congress, are going to help stand with him and defend this and make sure the right verdict is rendered November 5th. That's the American people's verdict.
So, Mr. Speaker, if I could get you to put your legal hat back on, not as Speaker, but how does this play out? I mean, you got the former president. He's going to appeal this. Do you think that this is going to happen before the election? Most analysts say it's not. Do you think that the Supreme Court has a duty to step in, since this will impact the election? I know we want to act like he's just a normal guy, but he's the leading presidential candidate. The voters should know what's going to happen here. So what do you see playing out in the legal system?
Well, there's a lot of developments yet to come, but I do believe the Supreme Court should step in. Obviously, this is totally unprecedented, and it's dangerous to our system. I mean, we've all discussed this before, and you all talk about it all the time. This is diminishing the American people's faith in our system of justice itself. And to maintain a republic, you have to have that. People have to believe that justice is fair, that there's equal justice under law. They don't see that right now. And I think that the justices on the court, I know many of them personally, I think they're deeply concerned about that as we are. So I think they'll set this straight, but it's going to take a while. You're right. The process takes a while to play out. The Democrats know that, of course, and they're dragging it out. That was the whole objective. They want to try to bankrupt Donald Trump. They want to diminish his credibility and go after his character. They wanted to keep him off the campaign trail, which they were successful in doing for many weeks. And now they want to call him the...
They want to keep him off the campaign trail so so he can't campaign. He can't do anything. That's why they wanted to lock him up in the, give him house arrest, or that's why Judge Mershawn, that corrupt tyrant of a judge, did what he did. And he said it was his courtroom. Yeah, his courtroom. No, it's we the people's courtroom. And he was going by his laws, not the people's laws. Let's listen in a little bit more.
A convicted felon. This will be overturned, guys. There's no question about it. It's just going to take some time to do it.
Right. Go ahead.
Thanks, Brian. In the meantime, the sentencing date is July 11th. That's after the first debate. So the two candidates will debate. Then there's going to be the sentencing date. How's that going to affect the RNC? What if he has home confinement? He can't go? Does the convention still happen? Does he zoom in on the screen? How does he campaign? If he goes to prison, what does that look like? Will he be in prison with Secret Service on Election Day?
We're in uncharted waters, right? Obviously, there's no prohibition against him being elected president, even if he's confined somewhere. Right. But I certainly hope that doesn't happen. There's lots of discussion. We talked about it all last night. There'll be more discussion today.
If that does happen, I swear I think there'll be a civil war. I really do. And it'll be the Republicans against the Democrats. That's why I can't even imagine that happening, but it's a possibility. Anything's a possibility with the corruption of the Democrat Party.
Boomerang on the Democrats. But nonetheless, even though it looks like it's going to boomerang and come back to haunt them, every day, every minute they can, the campaign is going to refer to him as Donald Trump, convicted felon, right until...
Just like I was saying on my last video, guys, it's all they're going to talk about is Donald Trump's convicted felon. He's a convicted felon. He's a convicted felon. And that's just to throw off on some of the borderline Republican voters to not vote for him because he'll be a so-called convicted felon. That was this whole game. That's why they did this. And plus to keep him off the campaign trail and election interference. That's exactly what's going on, guys. Let's watch a little bit more of this, and then we're going to get to the real good video.
right up until, it's overturned on appeal, if it is.
Yeah, and they'll still say that after the appeal, I'm sure. That's what was the whole objective of this thing. But I'm telling you that the people see right through it. I've been all across the country, north, south, east, west. Doesn't matter whether I'm in a blue state or a red state. People are disgusted by this. They see exactly what's happening. Old charges, a tainted judge. I mean, think of it. In the last couple of weeks, they've been apoplectic. They want Justice Alito to be recused from, future cases and proceedings because his wife flew a flag at their house. This judge on this case in Manhattan was an open Biden supporter, an open, activist, a political activist, and no one cared about that. So
Mr.
the double
Speaker.
standard is clear. Everybody sees it.
It's
I was
always a
watching
double
Alina
standard
last night,
with
one of
the
the attorneys
Democrats.
for Donald
Always.
Trump, and she said when the verdict was read, he had to put his hand over his mouth, and she said she suspects it's to hide a smile. What's your reaction?
I wouldn't doubt it. Look, I told you I was there on the ground. I saw that that Banana Republic trial going on. These are the things that you expect in third world countries, not in the United States. That should never have happened. That judge should never have presided.
So Andrew Weissman, who ran the Mueller probe, said he has a man crush on the judge. And he thinks that he also recommends that the president get prison because of his violations and the way he talked about the judge. Your thoughts?
It's incredible. The gag order, all of it was, in my view, an unconstitutional restriction on his free speech. I mean, he's the nominee, the Republican nominee, one of the major political parties in the country, running for president. You can.
Okay, guys, I put a stop to that because I really, really want to get to this main video because you all gonna love this. I'm loving it because, okay, let me give you a little bit of background on it. Do you remember when that National American Pride or whatever day it is they had in South Dakota when Trump had that big old rally in South Dakota on July 4th of when he was president, when I think he still is, to be honest with you, but you guys remember when he had that all going on, and it was a big huge crowd, and people were so patriotic. I think it was Patriotic Day. I think that's what they called it, Patriotic Day, and it's supposed to be Patriotic Day from now on, but they have come up with an idea that they are going to, listen to this is the great news I was going to bring you. They are going to move that date, the convention, the RNC convention, to July 4th. Yep, July 4th. Can you imagine Independence Day and the RNC opens their convention on July 4th and nominates our Republican presidential candidate, Donald J. Trump, on that day. That way he is not going to miss the convention. It's going to be before his sentencing day. So let me bring you this. Let me tell you who this guy is. Corey Mills. He's a 7th Congressional District congressman from Florida. And I'll just let him talk about it. How about that? Let me let him talk about it. And let's see if I can pull him up right quick. Yeah, his name is Corey Mills, and he was on Maria Bartoloma. That's hard to say. Bartoloma. He was on her show. Well, if I can find it, guys, I'm looking. Give me a second. There we go. Here we go.
What are they so afraid of? Why are they so afraid of Trump?
Well, because they know that he can win, that he's going to take back the presidency, and he's going to change the corruption in the deep state. He knows that the deep police state, just like when they're trying to hire the 87,000 armed IRS agents, they're trying to increase their powers and try and violate our constitutional rights and liberties. They know that the rest of the left and the rest of the deep state knows he's there to clean house. And look, Todd Blanche did a phenomenal job. I was there during his cross-examination of Michael Cohen. He showed very clearly there was no credibility whatsoever. So these jurors that actually went out and said that they unanimously found this, even though Judge Mershawn tried to eliminate unanimity, is an absolute joke. But look, think about it this way. I think that we, as the Republican Party, first off, to poke them in the eye, we should go ahead and move our GOP conference and elect President Trump as our nominee on July 4th. We know they're trying to prevent him from coming to the actual GOP gathering, and so we should go ahead and start looking at that. But we have to start stepping up our efforts, Maria. I'm sick and tired of this whole thing about one more hearing. And I'm gonna beat the horse here, but one more hearing, one more piece of evidence, one more this, one more. We have to start getting accountability. We can't just continue to sit on.
All right, guys, you see the July, Trump sentencing set for July 11th. Well, I'm kind of in the way of it. Let me move myself out of the way a little bit. July 11th. So listen to what this guy's going to do. And it's pure genius. It's pure genius.
Our laurels and say, oh, well, we're the actual, party of the rule of law. We're the party of process. Look, we have more than enough to continue to move forward. We need to launch investigations. We need to follow the money, find the facts. That's what this is all about. And we have to ensure that something like this never happens again, because the precedents that are being set by the left is that no one is safe, that you are guilty until proven innocent, not the other way around, and that they can continue to do this kangaroo-style court and this third-party banana republic, where you're just going to be guilty because we say you're guilty as a political operative.
Yeah, I saw this somewhere else, and I just want to reiterate what you just said. Are you saying that you are proposing moving the Republican National Convention to July 4th as opposed to July 15th? Is that what you just said?
That's exactly what I'm saying. If they're going to try and go ahead and do a sentencing on the 11th, which I know would hold him up, I say that we bring President Trump, we move it, and we elect him as our nominee on July 4th, Independence Day, and we start moving forward. I think that's a symbolic measure, and I think it tells them exactly where we're at as America.
Have you discussed this with any other colleagues? Is this a real thing? Is this just your opinion? I did see this in one other place, so
this
I'm
is
wondering
my opinion right now,
much
but I know that other
has.
colleagues will absolutely share in this.
Okay, Congressman, we'll be watching that. Thanks so much, Corey Mills. Good to see you, sir.
Guys, did you hear that? Can you imagine? Can you imagine I can't imagine. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy when they when they hold it on July 4th. That's instead of July the 15th, and just, oh man, that Mershawn is going to be so PO'd. He is going to be so bad. Because we finally came out with some a really, really smart move, and it's going to be awesome, guys. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate it, and well, let me show you one more picture. Let me show you one more. There you go, guys. Wait a minute. Hold on, just 1 second. Here we go. This is a man right here who's going to come out swinging. He's going to come out swinging, and it's going to be a glorious, glorious day, especially if they do it on July 4th. Independence Day, Patriot Day, I believe it's called. And it's going to be just craziness. It's going to be great. I'm so glad that they decided to move. They are going to decide to move the convention on July 4th instead of July 15th, because that's what that judge wanted to do, keep Trump from attending his own convention. But it's going to be a great, great day. Anyway, that's about all I have for you, and I really appreciate you guys stopping by and seeing me. It means the world to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That means the world to me too. I appreciate each and every one of you. And guys, hang in there. It's coming. It's coming. The day of rejoicing is coming. And like I say in all my videos at the end, God bless and much love to y'all. And you are valued way more than you know, even by people that They don't know you. I don't know the most of you. I guarantee you that. But I value you a lot. I really do. But anyway, much love. God bless, and see you on the next video, guys.